All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome into Jammin' Sports on this Wednesday. We are back in time for our one single football game for you today. We had softball on the radio today, so I'm in late. So we're just going to do the one game. It'll be the Arizona Cardinals and the Dallas Cowboys. The Cardinals come in with a 2-7 record. They have the worst record in the NFC. And if they lose this game, they'll be tied with the worst record in the league with the Texans. And Dallas, they come in at 5-4, and they're still very much alive in the NFC wildcard picture, and they still have an outside chance of winning their division in the NFC East, but a lot would have to happen. The Giants would have to really collapse for that to happen, but you never know. It could. You just never know. All right, Evil Dead is 73-53 now. He's 20 games over 500, and he's at pinball tonight, but he has given me his pick. He's taking Dallas in this one, and we'll see what happens there. If you're watching on YouTube, please follow, like, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Let's head out to AT&T Stadium, Arlington, Texas, right outside of Dallas for this one. The Cardinals and the Cowboys here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome into AT&T Stadium, Arlington, Texas. It's the Cardinals and the Cowboys. And welcome in to another NFL matchup here at Jammin' Sports. Great to have you along on this Wednesday. The Arizona Cardinals, the Dallas Cowboys. The Cardinals will get the ball first. We're underway from Big D. And this will be fielded a yard deep by Bolden. Brings it out over the 15-20. Silas Bolden, a nice return out to the 29-yard line. And that's where the Cardinals will have it, 1st and 10. Arizona led by their starting quarterback, the rookie out of Ohio State, Will Howard. In fact, this game right here features the two starting quarterbacks in the national championship game that we did with our college football sim that ended in December. Will Howard for Ohio State and Carson Beck for Georgia. So their first matchup since the national championship game. 1st and 10, Cardinals. They'll have it at their own 29, 1st and 10. Howard under center. Howard hands off to Banks up the middle. And Andrew Banks, the third-year back out of Tennessee, gets a few yards. Let's take a look at the Arizona offense. Up front, Baldino, Bailey, Woodard, Charles, and Taylor. And then it's Dawson, Butler, Johnson, Swan, and Bolden. A gain of 4. It'll be 2nd and 6 for Arizona at their own 33-yard line. Just underway. Opening drive of the ball game. Cardinals come out 4 wide. Howard in the shotgun. Howard draws back. Throws near side. Caught by Dawson. Dwayne Dawson in his 8th year out of Alabama. Out to the 41-yard line. And that'll be a gain of 8 and a Cardinal first down. Mark Dennison on the tackle. The 2nd-year defensive back out of Georgia. First down, Arizona. The Cardinals have 2 wins this season. One surprising win against the 49ers at home. And then they won on the road at Philadelphia. They're 2-7. 1st and 10, Cardinals. They'll have it at their own 41. Howard under center. Howard Hands off to Kylan Johnson, and he gets nailed in the backfield by number 96, Orlando Sanders, the 7th-year defensive end out of Illinois. And that'll be a loss of 3 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd and 13. Kylan Johnson, the former Giant, the 7th-year running back out of Tennessee. It'll be 2nd and 13 for the Cardinals at their own 37-yard line. 4 wide for Arizona. Howard in the shotgun. Howard hands off to Butler, and Butler makes his way 8 yards out to the 45-yard line. That's Keith Butler, the 2nd-year back out of USC. A gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 6. On the tackle that time, Darrell Porter, the rookie defensive back out of Miami. It'll be 3rd and 6 for the Cardinals now at their own 45. Still on the opening drive of the ball game. Howard under center. Howard draws back. Howard looking. Throws downfield. He overthrows his receiver. Incomplete. He was looking for Silas Bolden, and he misfired. He'll be 4th down. And Arizona's opening drive stalls out. They'll have to punt. Derek White will come on, the 9th-year punter out of Notre Dame. White gets the punt away. And that's going to be inside the 10 and into the end zone. Touchback. And the Cowboys will get it at the 20-yard line. And the Cowboys are led by their rookie quarterback, Carson Beck, out of Georgia. He's led Dallas to a 5-4 record to start the season. The season has had its ups and downs so far for Dallas. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. .551 left in the first half. Cowboys come out 4 wide. Beck in the shotgun. Beck hands off to Baxter around the outside. Samuel Baxter picks up a yard out to the 21-yard line. Let's take a look at the Dallas offense. Up front, Griffin, Wright, Roberts, Porter, and Parker. And then it's Plant, Holiday, Baxter, Stevens, and Marshall. It'll be 2nd and 9 for Dallas at their own 21-yard line. 5:35 and counting here in the first quarter. The Cardinals had the ball first. They had to punt. And now this is Dallas's opening drive. 4 wide for the Cowboys. Beck in the shotgun. Beck draws back. Throws. Dumps it off to Plant. Makes a move. Gets out to the 30. But a flag is down. And this might be coming back.
Holding. Offense.
Holding on the Cowboys. Kane Wright, the offensive lineman, the left guard. It happened a yard downfield. It'll be 2nd and 19. Back at the 11-yard line. 5:17 left to play here in the first quarter. No score between the Cardinals and the Cowboys. Cowboys come out. Beck under center. Beck hands off to Baxter up the middle, and Sam Baxter pushing his way out to the 19-yard line. A gain of 8. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 11. Robertson on the tackle. Leon Robertson, the 9th-year defensive or linebacker out of Arizona State. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 11 for Dallas at their own 19. Cowboys come out 4 wide. Beck in the shotgun. Beck draws back. Beck steps up in trouble, and he's going to go down at the 18-yard line. It's a sack, a loss of a yard. On the sack, number 21, Nathan Davis, the 10th-year safety out of Notre Dame. It'll be a 1-yard sack, but a sack nonetheless. It'll be 4th down, and just like the Cardinals before, Dallas will have to punt. The only thing, Arizona did get a first down on their drive. Dallas, they've just gone 3 and out. Mark Erickson back to punt for the Cowboys. Erickson gets the punt away. It'll be fielded at the 23 by Bolden. And Bolden out to the 32-yard line. Silas Bolden, the rookie out of Texas. And that's what the Cardinals will have it. 1st and 10 with 4:07 left here in the first quarter. Live from AT&T Stadium, Arlington, Texas. Week 10 here at Jammin' Sports. The 2-7 Cardinals, the 5-4 Cowboys. Just one game tonight. We'll have a doubleheader tomorrow to wrap up Week 10. We'll talk about that in a second. 1st and 10. Howard under center.
Here we go now. Blue Lightning. Blue Lightning.
Howard drops back, throws quickly to Jamison Keeley out to the 37-yard line, a gain of 5. Here's the Cowboy defense. They play a 4-3. Watt, Steelman, Hackett, and Sanders up front. Linebackers, Inman, Rule, and Greer. And the secondary, Keaton, Patton, Porter, and Jefferson. A gain of 5 on first down. It'll be 2nd and 5 at the 37-yard line. We'll have the Broncos and the Chargers, our first game tomorrow. And that'll be followed by the Rams and the Giants. And we'll wrap up Week 10. On 2nd and 5, Howard drops back, throws, caught by Swan. And James Swan out to the 43, a gain of 6. And that'll be an Arizona first down. The former Raven, James Swan, the 4th-year tight end out of Louisville. Finally brought down by Dennison. Mark Dennison, the 2nd-year defensive back out of Georgia. 1st and 10, Arizona at their own 43. Cardinals come out. 4 wide. Howard in the shotgun. Howard draws back, throws, dumps it off to Keeley, and Jamison Keeley out to the 45-yard line. A gain of 2, and that'll bring up 2nd and 8. Jamison Keeley, the 6th-year receiver out of Baylor. And on the tackle there, Benjamin Patton, the 2nd-year safety out of USC. It'll be 2nd and 8 for the Cardinals. Under 3 minutes left to play here in the first quarter. No score. As the Cardinals will come out. 4 wide. Howard in the shotgun. Howard hands off to Butler. And Keith Butler picks up a yard out to the 46 before being tackled by Steelman. Philip Steelman, the rookie out of Ole Miss. And that'll bring up 3rd and 7 for Arizona at their own 46-yard line. On 3rd and 7, 3 receivers to the far side. Howard in the shotgun. Howard draws back. Howard throws, caught by Swan. And James Swan pushing forward out to the 44-yard line. A gain of 10 for the big tight end. Into Dallas territory at the 44-yard line. James Swan helped the Ravens win the Super Bowl last season. He was a free agent, and the Cardinals picked him up. Patton made the tackle for Dallas. .150 left in the first. 1st and 10 Cardinals from the Dallas 44-yard line. Howard under center. And a flag. Somebody jumped, and I think it was Dallas.
Encroachment defense.
It's on the Cowboys. Orlando Sanders, the defensive end. And that'll stop the clock with 1:42 left in the first. 5-yard penalty. It'll be 1st and 5 for Arizona at the Dallas 39-yard line. on 1st and 5. Arizona, everybody in tight, single back. Howard under center. Howard hands off to Banks, and Andrew Banks close to the marker down to the 34-yard line, again at 4 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd and 1. On the tackle there, number 28, Darrell Porter, the defensive back. Down to 1:15 left here in the first quarter. 2nd and 1 for the Cardinals at the Dallas 34. 5 wide for the Cardinals, empty backfield for Howard. Howard draws back, throws, dumps it off to Bolden. And Silas Bolden to the 26. A gain of 8. And that'll be another Cardinal first down. As we're now under a minute left to play here in the first quarter. No score between the Cardinals and the Cowboys. Renard Henderson, the linebacker, on the tackle for Dallas on that play. Our doubleheader tomorrow night will start at 8 o'clock Eastern, our normal time. We're on late tonight because I had a ball game on the radio. 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line. Howard under center. Fakes the handoff, looks downfield, throws. Caught by Bolden inside the 5, and Silas Bolden down to the 2-yard line. A 24-yard catch by the rookie out of Texas. 1st and goal, Arizona at the Dallas 2-yard line. The Cardinals are kind of dominating even though they haven't scored yet. The Cowboys do not have a first down. They've only held the ball for 3 plays. Arizona's first drive ended with a punt. This is their second drive, and they're down to the 2-yard line. "18 seconds and counting here in the first quarter. Cardinals come out 1st and goal from the 2. Howard in the shotgun. Howard hands off to Johnson, and he's in for the touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown run by Kylan Johnson. 7th year back out of Tennessee, and the Cardinals take a 6-0 lead. Nice drive by Arizona. This would be a substantial upset if the Cardinals win this game. It'd really hurt Dallas when it comes to the wild card picture in the NFC, even though we have 6 weeks to go after this one. And now Logan Ford will come on for the extra point. Kick is up, and the kick hits the upright. No good. Ford missed the extra point. It hit the left upright. No good. And it's a 6-0 ball game. Oh, that's going to come back to haunt them. It always does. Wow. And now with 4 seconds left here in the first quarter, the Cardinals will kick off. Logan Ford will kick. He's putting the adventure back in the extra point, I'll tell you what. That's the 5th time this season that Ford has missed an extra point. There's the kickoff. From the 7-yard line, Holiday comes back over the 20-25. And Marvin Holiday brings it back. And that's the end of the first quarter. Cardinals up 6-0 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to AT&T Stadium, Arlington, Texas. We start the second quarter with the Cardinals up 6-0 on the Cowboys. The Cardinals at 2-7, Dallas at 5-4. Cardinals are not going to make the playoffs, obviously. They'd have to run the table and be 9-7, and there's still no guarantee then. 1st and 10, Dallas from their own 32 in the I formation. Beck hands off to Baxter, and Baxter gets taken down. 3-yard loss back to the 29-yard line. Making the play, number 20 or 95. That's Corey Glaspie, the second-year defensive tackle out of Clemson. And that'll bring up 2nd and 13. Nice play by the Cardinal defense. Dallas does not yet have a first down. They went through the entire first quarter without a first down. In fact, they only had it for 3 plays. 2nd and 13 from the 29-yard line. Beck under center.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, happy card's not going. They're not eliminated yet. Beck to Baxter around the outside. And Baxter picks up, well, we'll call it 4 out to the 33-yard line to bring up 3rd and 9. On the tackle, number 55, Duke Jackson. The 6th-year linebacker out of Houston. The Cardinals are not mathematically eliminated yet, but they're getting close. Beck on the shotgun on 3rd down. Big 3rd down for Dallas. Beck draws back. Beck looking. And he's going to get taken down. He fumbles. A lineman picks up the football, and he goes down at the 29. When it's all said and done, it's going to be a loss of 4 yards. Glaspie's the one that got in there and got the sack. Corey Glaspie. Picked up by the lineman, number 68, Kane Wright. But he doesn't do much better as Glaspie gets up and takes him down. It'll be 4th down for the Cowboys. Fourth and 13. Dallas still does not have a first down. Unbelievable. Mark Erickson back to punt. Erickson gets the punt away. And that's going to be fielded at the 25 by Silas Bolden. Brings it back out to the 39-yard line. And that's where the Cardinals will have it, 1st and 10. 6:28 left to play here in the first half. Cardinal offense comes back out. Just one game tonight. Again, we'll have a doubleheader tomorrow, 8 o'clock Eastern. It'll be the Broncos and the Chargers, and that'll be followed by the Rams and the Giants. And we'll wrap up Week 10 tomorrow. Got to look at the schedule here. First, I think they play Friday. 1st and 10 from the 39. 4 wide. Howard in the shotgun. Howard draws back. Howard throws downfield. Caught by Keeley. No, incomplete. Jameson Keeley couldn't hold on. Broken up by Darrell Porter, the defensive back. And that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Jimmy Jam with Sports Davis here tonight. Misty's here. 2nd and 10, 4 wide. Howard in the shotgun. Howard hands off to Butler around the outside, and Keith Butler out to the 45-yard line. And that'll be a gain of 5. Renard Henderson, the linebacker, on the tackle in his 3rd year out of South Florida. It'll be 3rd and 5 for Arizona at their own 45-yard line. The Cardinals got a touchdown, but they missed the extra point. Howard in the shotgun on 3rd down. Howard draws back. Throws downfield, caught by Swan. And James Swan down to the 38-yard line. 17 yards. First down, Cardinals into Cowboy territory. And making the tackle, the trio of Cowboys, led by number 31, Benjamin Patton. But it's first down, Arizona at the Dallas 38. 5:35 and counting here in the first half. Cardinals come out. Will Howard, the quarterback, under center. Howard hands off to Andrew Banks, who stumbles forward out to the 34-yard line, a gain of 4 yards. Make it a 3-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 7. And Philip Steelman will get credit for the tackle, the defensive tackle for Dallas. 3rd and 7 for the Cardinals now at the Dallas 34. 4 wide for Arizona. Howard under center. Howard to Johnson, and Kylan Johnson picks up the first down. However, a flag is down. Gets all the way down to the 14-yard line. I get the feeling this one's coming back.
Holding offense.
Yep, holding on the Cardinals. Elliot Baldino, the left tackle. That'll negate a nice run. It'll be 2nd and 12 back at the 40-yard line. .454 left to play here in the first half. Cardinals lead at 6-0. They come out 4 wide. Howard in the shotgun. Howard looking. Throws outside. Caught by Butler. And Keith Butler up to the 36. And that'll be a gain of 4. That's going to bring up 3rd and 8. 4.5 minutes left to play here in the first half. Let's see who they play next week in week 11. I'll tell you right after this play. 3rd and 8 from the 36. 4 wide for the Cardinals. Howard in the shotgun. Bolden in motion. Howard back. Howard looking. Throws deep. Caught by Carrington. Down to the 19-yard line. Jay Carrington, the rookie receiver out of Princeton. Down to the 19-yard line. And that'll be a Cardinal first down. Should be a gain of 25, I do believe. First down, Cardinals. All right, next week, Dallas plays at Green Bay, and the Cardinals play at Seattle next week. 1st and 10, Cardinals from the 19-yard line, 4 wide. Howard in the shotgun, hands off to Butler, and Keith Butler up the middle, out to the 11-yard line. That'll be a gain of 8. Before being tackled by Greg Phillips, the 8th-year safety out of Kentucky. Dallas has only had it for 6 plays. Dallas has not gotten a first down yet. The Cardinals are dominating, even though they're only up 6-0. But they're about to go up by 2 scores. 2nd and 2 from the Cowboy 11. 5 receivers wide. Howard in the shotgun. Howard back. Howard steps up. Throws down the middle. Carrington, touchdown, Arizona. An 11-yard touchdown catch by Jay Carrington, the rookie out of Princeton. And the Cardinals, yes, the Cardinals lead the Cowboys 12-0 with 3:12 left to play. Here in the first half. Logan Ford will come on for the extra point. Snap, kick is up, and it's good. Cardinals lead at 13-0, 3:12 left. Here in the second quarter, live from AT&T Stadium, Arlington, Texas. Week 10 here at Jammin' Sports. And the 2-7 Cardinals are just dominating Dallas. It's a late afternoon game here in Dallas. The sun is starting to set. And now Logan Ford will kick off for Arizona with 3:12 remaining here in the first half. Let's see if Dallas can finally get something going. There's the kickoff by Ford. It'll be fielded about 4 yards deep by Plant over the 20-25. And Tom Plant brings it out to the 29-yard line. The 11th year receiver out of Texas Christian. And with 3:08 left, the Cowboys will start at the 29-yard line. 1st and 10. Well, the first step for Dallas, they got to get a first down. They don't have one yet. Now we're almost through the first half. This will only be Dallas's 7th offensive play right here. First and 10 from their own 29. Cowboys come out in the eye. Beck under center. Beck fakes the handoff. Looks downfield, throws, and it's caught by Charlie Marshall out to the 48. A 23-yard gain, and Dallas finally gets a first down. Charlie Marshall, the 3rd-year receiver out of Fresno State. And that might wake up the Dallas offense. On the tackle, number 28. That's Jordan Burham in his 9th year out of Marshall. 2:50 left. Clock is running. We're coming up on the 2-minute warning. 1st and 10 Cowboys. In the I formation, Beck under center. Beck to Baxter up the middle, and Baxter picks up the first down. A nice run. 13 yards down to the 35-yard line. Sam Baxter in his 11th year at a USC. Finally making the tackle, number 21, Nathan Davis, the safety. Let's see if the Cowboys can get the playoff before the 2-minute warning here. They should be able to. 1st and 10 from the Cardinal 35. They come out in the I. Beck hands off to Baxter around the outside, and Baxter's got the corner down the sideline. Baxter, touchdown. Dallas. A 35-yard touchdown run by Sam Baxter around the left side. He got some great blocking. And right before the 2-minute warning, Dallas finally wakes up and they get a score. 35 yards, Sam Baxter. And now Cooper Nelson, the rookie out of Iowa, will come on for the extra point. Snap, kick is up. And the kick is good. And the Cardinals' lead is now 13-7 with 2:03 left to play here in the first half. So now the Cardinals have a little over 2 minutes and 3 timeouts. Let's see if they can score again before halftime. Great run by Baxter. And Mark Erickson will kick off for Dallas. We'll probably have the 2-minute warning right after this kickoff. TGM's in the house. Or TMG, I'm sorry. There's the kick from the 3-yard line. Durham brings it back over the 20-25. Durham still on his feet. Finally goes down at the 34. 2-minute warning. Cardinals up 13-7 here at Jammin' Sports. And welcome back to AT&T Stadium, Arlington, Texas. The 2-7 Cardinals, the 5-4 Cowboys. The surprising Cardinals lead at 13-7. And they have the ball at their own 34-yard line, 1st and 10, with 1:56 left to play here in the first half. Cardinals got out to a 13-0 lead. The Cowboys just scored moments ago. A 35-yard run by Baxter. Howard back on 1st and 10. Throws outside, caught by Butler. Turns upfield, and he's out of bounds at the 39. A gain of 5. He's out of bounds. That'll stop the clock. Keith Butler on the catch. 2nd and 5 Arizona at their own 39. TMG from Cincinnati in the house. Always good to see TMG here live. 2nd and 5 from the 39-yard line. Will Howard, the quarterback. Howard looking. Howard throws, and somehow it's caught by Silas Bolden. There were 2 receivers in the area. Bolden out to the 49-yard line, a gain of 10, and that'll be a Cardinal first down. Bernard Henderson on the tackle. How you been there, TMG? Hope you're doing all right. Our good friend from Cincinnati. Oh, Gordonsville beat Smith County 16-0. Wasn't much of a game. 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line. Howard in the gun. Howard draws back. Howard looking. Howard in trouble, rolls out. And Howard gets sacked back at the 36-yard line. It's going to be a loss of 13. Been a good, easy day. That's great. It's actually a loss of 14 yards. It'll be 2nd and 24. He's a rookie. He's got to learn to get rid of it. He just held on to that ball too long. Rolling out of the pocket, he could have thrown to the sideline and avoided the sack. On the sack, number 96, Orlando Sanders, in his 7th year out of Illinois. Coming up on a minute left, and the Cardinals take a timeout. They've got 2 left. It'll be 2nd and 24, back at the 36-yard line. That was a 14-yard loss on the sack. Cowboys got off to a slow start. The Cardinals were up 13-0. Dallas went through the entire first quarter without a first down. They finally got a drive going, and Sam Baxter scored on a 35-yard touchdown run a few minutes ago. Now the Cardinals get it back. 2nd and 24. 4 wide for Arizona. Howard in the shotgun.
Let's go. Blue Niners.
Howard draws back. Throws, caught by Bolden coming across. And the Cardinals take a timeout. It'll be a gain of 8, and that's going to make it 3rd and 16. The Cardinals use their second timeout. They have 1 left here in the first half. 57 seconds until halftime. Again, just 1 game tonight because we're on late. We'll have a doubleheader tomorrow at 8 o'clock Eastern. It'll be the Broncos and the Chargers, and that'll be followed by the Rams and the Giants. It'll be our Sunday night and Monday night games to wrap up the week. 3rd and 16 from the 43-yard line. Howard under center.
Here we go now. Green 39.
Howard hands off to Banks. And Andrew Banks, not much. That was a give-up play. He only got 3 yards. And Dallas calls timeout. It's actually a 2-yard gain. It'll be 4th and 14. So Dallas is going to get the ball back with around 45 to 50 seconds left and 2 timeouts. The Cardinals come in with the worst record in the NFC at 2-7. I like the Cardinals' new white uniforms. Fourth and 14. Derek White back to punt. Gets the punt away. Aiming for the sideline. Out of bounds. Boy, he shanked that. That was a 19-yard punt. And Dallas will have pretty good field position now. Down by 6. With 49 seconds left in the half. They'll start at their own 35. The Cardinals missed an extra point earlier. The Cardinals have missed 5 extra points so far this season. I wish they'd go back to their uniforms they wore in the 70s, because those white uniforms in the 70s were awesome. 1st and 10 from the 35. Beck in the shotgun. Beck draws back. Beck looking, throws, caught by Plant. Makes a move, turns downfield. And Plant out to the 45-yard line. A gain of 20 and a Dallas first down into Cardinal territory. They take a timeout. And Dallas has 1 timeout left with 41 seconds left here in the first half. Our final late afternoon game of Week 10. We'll have the Sunday night game and the Monday night game for you tomorrow. And then we'll start week number 11 on Friday. Well, thank you, Davis. I intend to. 1st and 10, Cowboys. Beck in the shotgun.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
Beck draws back. Steps up. Rolls out, in trouble. And he breaks a tackle, kind of. Stumbles down to the 39-yard line. A gain of 6 will be 2nd and 4. Dallas goes into the hurry up. Down to 25 seconds. 4 wide. Beck in the shotgun. 2nd and 4. Down to 20 seconds. Beck looking. Steps up. In trouble. And he gets sacked back at the 43. And they're forced to take their final timeout. On the sack, I believe that was 99, Greg Bass, the former Chief, in his 10th year out of Utah. Dallas takes their final timeout with 16 seconds left here in the first half. It'll be 3rd and 7 at the Cardinal 43-yard line. Let's see what the Cowboys are going to do here. They're out of timeouts. They can run it out, try to get out of bounds. 4 wide for Dallas. Beck in the shotgun. 3rd and 7.
Let's go.
Beck draws back. Steps up. Beck's going to take off. Gets the first down, but they're out of timeouts. Down to the 30-yard line, a gain of 13. And they're just going to let the clock run out. We go to halftime. Halftime score, Arizona 13, Dallas 7. Here at Jammin' Sports. And welcome back to AT&T Stadium, Arlington, Texas. Week 10 here at Jammin' Sports. The 2-7 Cardinals, the 5-4 Cowboys. Arizona leads at 13-7. Dallas will get the second half kickoff, down by 6. The Cardinals missed an extra point, and I get the feeling that's going to cost them down the line. It usually does. Kicking off will be Logan Ford. It'll be fielded at the goal line by Plant over the 10, 15, 20. Tom Plant brings it out to the 27-yard line. And that's where Dallas will have it, 1st and 10. Got Sports Davis and TMG in the house. As Baxter will come on. Misty's here, of course. Let's see if Dallas can take the lead on this drive. They'll be starting from their own 27. First and 10 from the 27-yard line. The Cowboys come out. Beck under center. Beck hands off to Baxter up the middle. And Baxter picks up, 5, make it 4 yards. It'll be 2nd and 6. He has that way of looking like he only has 1 or 2 yards, and you look at the scoreboard, and he's gained a bunch.
All right, here we go.
On 2nd and 6, Baxter up the middle, and Baxter to the 35, a gain of 3. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, Cowboys come out in the eye.
All right, here we go. Green, 30.
Beck hands off to Baxter. And Baxter's going to be hit for a loss of a yard. Actually, only a 2-yard gain. He's going to be shy of the first down. Tim Lloyd, the linebacker, on the tackle. And back to punt, Mark Erickson. Bolden on the return. Silas Bolden out to the 23-yard line. And that's where the Cardinals will take over, up by 6. As Will Howard will come back out to lead the offense. 1st and 10, Arizona at their own 23-yard line. 6:34 left to play here in the 3rd quarter. Cardinals with a 13-7 lead. Kind of a low-scoring game. Kind of been a sloppy game at times. On 1st and 10.
Let's go. 3-19.
Howard hands off to Kylan Johnson. And Johnson picks up a yard out to the 24-yard line. Now they say no gain. Kerry Rule on the tackle, the linebacker, in his 9th year out of UTEP. 2nd and 10 for the Cardinals now. They come out 4 wide. Howard in the shotgun.
Hurry up, here we go.
Howard draws back, throws downfield. It's nearly picked off by Wesley Keaton. He knocks it down. The 11th year defensive back out of Missouri. And that'll bring up 3rd and 10 for Arizona. And that'll stop the clock with 6:03 left here in the 3rd quarter. Boy, Keaton nearly had himself a pick. He should have. This game very important for Dallas. I'll explain after this play. 3rd and 10 from the 24-yard line as we'll go over the standings in the NFC East right now.
Let's go. Green
3rd and 10. Howard in the gun. 4 wide. Howard back. Howard looking. Throws. Dave caught by Bolden. And Silas Bolden out to the 39-yard line. A gain of 15. And that'll be a Cardinal first down. In the NFC East right now, the Giants, they play tomorrow. They sit at 7-2. They have a 2-game lead on the Cowboys, who are 5-4. The Redskins are 5-5, a half game back. And Philadelphia, a game and a half back at 4-6 of Dallas. So a big game for the Cowboys if they want to keep pace with the Giants in the NFC East. 1st and 10 Cardinals from the 39-yard line. Howard hands off to Johnson up the middle. And Johnson picks up 3 out to the 42-yard line. Kylan Johnson. Kerry Rule, the linebacker, on the tackle. Is TMG still here? I haven't seen him post in a while. 2nd and 7 from the 42-yard line. 4 wide for the Cardinals. There he is. No problem there, TMG. Howard back. Howard looking, throws, and it's nearly picked off by Keaton. Broken up by Dawson. Dawson became the defender. Dwayne Dawson, the wide receiver. Misty could be Ahmad. I think you are Ahmad. 3rd and 7 from the 42-yard line. Big 3rd down for the Cardinals, 4 wide. Howard in the shotgun. Howard draws back. Howard looking. He's got all day. He needs to get rid of it. He held on to it too long, and he got sacked by Thomas Watts, the 5th-year defensive end out of Tulsa. A loss of 6. Back to the 36-yard line. And that's going to bring up 4th and 13. This has not been the best played game in the world, but it's a tight game. It's been 13-6 for a while now, or 13-7. .442 and counting here in the 3rd quarter. Yeah, really. Derek White back to punt, gets the punt away. From the 10-yard line, Holiday over the 20, 25. And Marvin Holiday out to the 28-yard line, and that's where Dallas will take over. 1st and 10. When I brought these players over from College Football 25, now you can't do it, you have to do it manually. It's a bit tedious, but when I brought the players over, I made sure they had the exact same stats, the ratings and stuff, from College Football 25. Yeah, we're hoping for Howard to channel some of that OSU energy. But right now, Carson Beck, their 1st-round draft pick out of Georgia, the rookie quarterback, from the Dallas 28-yard line. Beck hands off to Baxter. Baxter breaks through and gets out to the 40-yard line. A gain of 12 for Sam Baxter. I thought he was going to break it. He already has a 35-yard run. 1st down, Cowboys. So this version of Carson Beck and Will Howard that you see in this game They have the same exact stats from College Football 25. Just so you know. First and 10 for the Cowboys at their own 40-yard line. All the rookies are that way. Beck under center, first and 10. Beck hands off to Baxter around the outside. Baxter's got the corner. Plunges forward out to the 50-yard line, a gain of 10. And that'll be another first down as Baxter is closing in on 100. Just needs 12 more yards. First and 10, Dallas at midfield. A chance for Dallas to finally take the lead in this one. They sit at midfield, first and 10. 3:33 left to play. I missed them in St. Louis. First and 10 in the I formation. Beck to Baxter up the middle, and Baxter plowing forward out to the 40-yard line. That's another 10-yard gain and another Cowboy first down. On the tackle, Tim Lloyd, the 11th year linebacker out of North Carolina State. I liked it a whole lot better when the Cardinals were in St. Louis. Coming up on 3 minutes left to play. In the third quarter, Cowboys come out in the I. Beck to Baxter up the middle. And it's the Baxter train down to the 28-yard line, a gain of 12. It's been Baxter left, Baxter right, and Baxter up the middle. He should have 100 yards by now. I didn't check the stat block after that play. I'm watching the replay now. Yep, he's at 110 yards rushing on the day, Sam Baxter. 2:40 and counting. Here in the third quarter, first and 10 Cowboys at the Cardinal 28. Beck under center. Beck hands off to Baxter up the middle, and Baxter again getting big chunks of yardage. That's another 12-yard gain down to the 16-yard line. You were in elementary school when the Cards were in St. Louis? I was in my mid-20s when St. Louis moved to Arizona in 1988. First and 10 from the 16-yard line. Beck under center. Beck to Holiday this time. And Marvin Holiday to the 13-yard line. A gain of 2 yards. It'll be second and 8. On the tackle, number 93, Marcus Jordan, the rookie out of Kentucky. Down to 1:40 left in the third quarter. It's a long drive by Dallas. Beck under center on second down. Beck fakes the handoff, rolls out, throws to the end zone. It's knocked down. Nice play by Jordan Burham, the 9th year defensive back out of Marshall. Knocks that one down. Incomplete. The intended receiver was Jerome Stewart. That'll stop the clock with 1:30 left here in the third. It'll be third and 8 for Dallas at the Cardinal 13-yard line. 4 wide for the Cowboys. Beck in the shotgun. Beck drops back. Throws, caught by Marshall. And Charlie Marshall down to the 2. A gain of 11. And that'll be first and goal, Dallas. Yeah, Baxter, he's looking like Emmitt Smith. Baxter having himself a day. The 11th year back out of USC. He's no longer in his prime, Baxter, but he's still a good back. Dallas will probably draft another back next year, I would think. First and goal from the 2-yard line. 4 wide for the Cowboys. Beck in the shotgun. Beck looking. Beck throws. Caught by Baxter out of the backfield. Touchdown. Dallas. A 2-yard touchdown catch by Sam Baxter. A very versatile player. And the Cowboys have tied it up at 13. He's like, feed me is what he's saying. Feed me the ball. That was an outstanding drive by the Cowboys. TMG 82, my newest mod, out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Cooper Nelson for the extra point. Kick is up. And it's good. The Cowboys take the lead 14-13 with 59 seconds left here in the third quarter. I thought you were our mod already, Misty. You'd have to be on here, and I have to take a look. If you're not, I can make you one real easy. Roof is open here in Dallas. The sun has gone down. Late afternoon game in November. So the Cowboys come all the way back. They were down 13-0. The Cardinals got out to a quick start. Dallas couldn't get out of their own way, and they finally get going. And they come back to take a 14-13 lead. Dallas can ill afford to lose ground to the Giants in the NFC East. Giants will play the Rams tomorrow. Mark Erickson will kick off. From the 4-yard line, Silas Bolden out over the 20-25. And Bolden, still on his feet, pushes forward out to the 36-yard line. Not a bad return. The rookie out of Texas. And now Will Howard. And as TMG said, he needs to channel that OSU magic. .54 seconds left. Will Howard is the first overall pick in the draft. The Cardinals had the first pick, and they took Howard. 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line. Howard under center. Howard hands off to Johnson, and Kylan Johnson all the way out to the 49, a 13-yard gain. The former Giant in his 7th year out of Tennessee. He spent 6 years with the Giants, now in his first year with Arizona. On the tackle, the linebacker, Kerry Rule, along with number 28, Darryl Porter. We're down to 30 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. 4 wide for the Cardinals. Howard in the gun. Howard hands off to Butler, and Butler crosses midfield. Keith Butler out to the 45. A gain of 6 will be 2nd and 4. Yeah, finally in the positive rushing yards. You're right. And that might do it for the third quarter. I don't think they'll get a playoff. Well, they might. 2nd and 4 from the Cowboy 45. And that's the end of the third quarter. Cowboys up 14-13 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to AT&T Stadium, Arlington, Texas, between Dallas and Fort Worth. Over by the Texas Ranger Stadium. It's like right next door, I think. We start the fourth quarter. Dallas leads Arizona 14-13. The Cardinals have it 2nd and 4 from the Cowboy 45-yard line. Arizona trying to score the upset here. 4 wide for the Cardinals. Howard in the shotgun. Howard draws back. Throws outside. Caught by Keeley. Jamison Keeley out to the 39-yard line. And that'll be a gain of 6 and a Cardinal first down. Jamison Keeley, the 6th-year receiver out of Baylor. Some nice footwork along the sideline. Looking forward to that Broncos-Chargers game tomorrow. That should be good. Rams-Giants, it could be good. 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line. Howard in the shotgun. Howard back. Howard looking, throws, caught. Nope, incomplete. Broken up by Kerry Rule, the linebacker. The intended receiver was Dwayne Dawson, the 8th-year receiver out of Alabama. The linebacker Rule slaps the ball away. Rule in his 9th year at a UTEP. Making a nice play right there. Jimmy Jam, Sports Davis, and TMG in the house. On this Wednesday, great to have you along. 2nd and 10, Howard in the shotgun. Howard back. Howard looking, throws downfield, caught by Butler. And Keith Butler down to the 24, a gain of 15. Bernard Henderson made the tackle, but it's another Cardinal first down. Arizona in field goal range. If you're wondering where Evil Dead is tonight, he's at pinball. It's Wednesday night. It's his pinball night. He and his son are in a pinball league up in the greater New York City area where he lives. They're pinball wizards. He checked in earlier. He took Dallas for his pick. 1st and 10 Cardinals from the Dallas 24-yard line. 4 wide. Howard in the shotgun. Howard hands off to Butler around the outside, and Butler turns inside, gets the first down. 13 yards down to the 11-yard line. Keith Butler in his 2nd year at a USC. First down, Arizona. In fact, it'll be 1st and 10 from the Cowboy 11. Good, let's stay away. Davis, be nice. Be nice, Davis. Under 7 minutes left to play. Here in the 4th quarter. Cardinals trying to retake the lead. They'll probably go for 2 if they get the touchdown. Howard under center. Howard. Play action. Looking. He's got all day. Steps up. He's got to get rid of it. He's going to take off. And he gets down to the 4-yard line, a gain of 7. Wesley Keaton came up and made the tackle. The defensive back came up and got the tackle there. And that'll be 2nd and 3 from the 4-yard line. The Cardinals can get a first down at the 1-yard line. Wesley Keaton in his 11th year out of Missouri. He's been around a while. Yeah, much better than taking a sack, you're right. 2nd and 3 from the 4-yard line. Single back. Howard under center. Aaron in motion. Howard to Johnson, and Kylan Johnson gets taken down by Evan Greer, the 10th year linebacker out of Oregon State. And that'll be a loss of a yard. It'll be 3rd and 4 back at the 5. Under 6 minutes to play. It's been a surprisingly good game. I will admit that. Close game. I won't say it's been the best played game, but it's been an entertaining one. 3rd and 4 from the 5-yard line. Cardinals come out. Howard under center. Howard draws back. Throws to the end zone. Bolden, nice catch. Touchdown. Cardinals. Silas Bolden, the rookie out of Texas. A 5-yard touchdown catch in the back of the end zone. Some fancy footwork. He definitely got both feet in. I'm sure they'll take another look at it, but it should hold up. And the Cardinals go up 19-14. There's the review. This should stand. That foot's down and that one's in. That 3rd foot came down out of bounds, but you only need 2. Yeah, we'll see what the official says. I'm not official. Ruling on the field stands. Cardinals take a 19-14 lead. And now they'll go for 2 to make it an even 7. They're up by 5. They'll go for the 2-point conversion to make up for the extra point that they missed earlier in the day. Howard under center. Howard looking. Howard throws, and it's knocked down. Incomplete. Thomas Watts knocks it down. They were looking for Dwayne Dawson. So it will remain a 19-14 lead for the Cardinals with 5:41 remaining. Plenty of room. plenty of time for Dallas to come back. As I stated earlier, next week the Cardinals play at Seattle, and Dallas next week will play at Green Bay. Your Buccaneers, Misty, play Chicago in Chicago on Friday to kick off Week 11. .5:41 left. Plenty of time for the Cowboys. Logan Ford will kick off. And this will be fielded at the 3-yard line by Marvin Holliday over the 20-25. And Holliday out to the 30-yard line. And that's where Arizona will take over. Or that's where Dallas will take over, I'm sorry. At their own 30 with 5:37 left. Just this one game tonight, since we came in late. We'll have a doubleheader tomorrow, 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 Pacific time. It'll be the Broncos and the Chargers, and that'll be followed by the Rams and the Giants. The last 2 games of Week 10 will wrap up the week tomorrow. 1st and 10 for the Cowboys. Carson Beck in the shotgun.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Beck throws outside to Stevens. The tight end, Nick Stevens, out to the 37-yard line in his 6th year out of Tennessee. A gain of 7 yards. It'll be 2nd and 3. That's his first catch of the day. 5:19 and counting. Cowboys have to get a touchdown. They're down by 5. On 2nd and 3 from their own 37-yard line. Beck under center.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
Beck hands off to Baxter, and Sam Baxter gets taken down after a 2-yard gain out to the 39-yard line. Thad Gatlin, the 3rd-year linebacker out of North Carolina, on the tackle, and that'll bring up 3rd and 1. Clock is moving. 4:45 and counting. Big 3rd down for Dallas. Everybody in tight. Beck under center.
3-19.
Beck to Baxter, picks up the 1st down, and Baxter out to the 41, a gain of 2. That'll keep the drive going. Greg Bass, the former Chief, on the tackle. The 10th-year defensive end out of Utah. First down, Dallas. Watch the replay again. I knew Baxter was going to be a special back. I remember he's in his 10th year. I remember 10 seasons ago, his first game was at the Rams, and he ran for 235 yards that day. 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line. Beck drops back. Beck looking. Beck rolls out. And Beck is going to fire downfield. Caught by Tom Plant down to the 18. 41 yards to Tom Plant, the 11th-year receiver out of Texas Christian. That flips the field, 41 yards. And Plant, my goodness, he was wide open. And Beck found him. And now Dallas has it at the Cardinal 18-yard line, 3:45 and counting. Dallas down by 5. The Cowboys come out in the eye. Beck under center.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Beck looking. Beck throws, fires it off to Cobbs, the fullback. Terry Cobbs in his 11th year out of Princeton. A gain of 9. Cowboys getting their fullback involved. Yeah, the Cardinals got out to a 13-0 lead, Evil Dead. The Cowboys came back and took a 14-13 lead. And the Cardinals scored a touchdown moments ago and went for 2 and missed it. And now 2nd and 1 for Dallas at the Cardinal 9, 4 wide. Beck under center. Beck hands off to Holliday up the middle, and Marvin Holliday. Touchdown, Dallas. A 9-yard touchdown run by Marvin Holliday, the 2nd-year back out of Texas. Yeah, the Cowboys got off to a slow start. They did not get their first down until there was 4 minutes left in the second quarter. Be nice, Davis. Cowboys go up 20-19. They'll go for 2. They're going to try to make it a 3-point game. 2-point conversion try. Beck under center. Gibson in motion. Beck to Holiday. And Holiday does not get in. The Cardinals are right there. Tim Lloyd on the tackle, the linebacker. And the Cowboys lead it 20-19 with 3:02 left. That opens the door for the Cardinals now. They can take the lead with a field goal. Dallas really sputtered in the early going. But they stormed back, took the lead, then the Cardinals took the lead, and now the Cowboys have retaken the lead. But there's still a little over 3 minutes left. Mark Erickson will kick off for the Cowboys. They sure can. And now the kickoff by Erickson. Fielded at the 1-yard line by Durham. Brings it back over the 20, 25. And Durham, I thought he was going to break it. Marion Durham, the rookie out of Ohio State, out to the 31-yard line. And his teammate from Ohio State, Will Howard, will come back out. Not a bad day for Howard. No, TMG is the guy that usually watches on YouTube because he's usually working at night. He's on vacation, though. So he's joining us live. 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. Howard in the shotgun. Howard draws back, steps up, throws outside, caught by Dawson, out to the 50-yard line. A gain of 19 by Dwayne Dawson. He gets out of bounds, and that'll stop the clock with 2:52 left. This has been the Dallas Achilles heel tonight. They can't stop the pass. They pretty much shut down the run, but the Cardinals have been passing all over the place. First and 10 Cardinals now from midfield. 2:52 left in regulation. 5 wide, empty backfield. Howard in the shotgun. Howard draws back. Howard throws, caught by Dawson. And Dwayne Dawson out to the 42, a gain of 8. Make it a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd and 3. Clock is moving. 2:36 and counting. Broncos, Chargers, and Rams, Giants tomorrow. That'll be our doubleheader starting at 8 o'clock Eastern. We'll wrap up Week 10 tomorrow. 6 weeks left in the regular season. It's only a 16-game season. 2nd and 3 from the 42. I don't have buys. Howard to Banks around the outside. And Andrew Banks, a big gain around the right side out to the 24-yard line. A gain of 18. First down, Arizona. Driven out of bounds and will stop the clock with 2:17 left. Evan Greer driving him out of bounds. Cardinals are now in field goal range. Down by 1. Evil Dead, Gordonsville beats Smith County 16-0 in 4 innings. 1st and 10. Bolden in motion. Howard looking, throws down the middle, caught by Bolden. Down to the 17-yard line, a gain of 7. Make it a gain of 6, it'll be 2nd and 4. Silas Bolden, pretty good day for him so far. And that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Cowboys up 20-19 here at Jammin' Sports. And welcome back to AT&T Stadium, Arlington, Texas. This one going down to the wire. The Cowboys lead the Cardinals by a score of 20-19. Both teams with 3 timeouts. The Cardinals are at the Dallas 17-yard line, well within field goal range. But the Cardinals are thinking touchdown here. On 2nd and 4, Howard under center. Howard hands off to Johnson up the middle, and Kylan Johnson picks up the first down to the 19-yard line, a gain of 8. The Cardinals go to the hurry-up. First and goal from the 9-yard line. Howard in the shotgun. 1:46 left. Howard back. Howard throws to the end zone. Bolden, touchdown, Cardinals. His second touchdown of the day. A 9-yard touchdown catch by Silas Bolden. And the Cardinals retake the lead, 25-20. And they'll go for 2 to try to make it a 7-point game. Boy, this game going back and forth now. Great catch by Silas Bolden, the rookie out of Texas. And now the Cardinals will go for 2. They spread the receivers out. Howard in the shotgun. Howard draws back. Throws wide open Dawson. 2-point conversion's good. And the Cardinals take a 27-20 lead. They may have left too much time. The Cowboys can come down, get a touchdown, and force overtime. 1:43 left, and Dallas has all 3 of their timeouts. Nice drive by Arizona. And we definitely could have overtime now. Can the Cowboys tie it up? Logan Ford will kick off for Arizona. It's turned into a great game, a great finish. And now Ford will kick off. From the 5-yard line, Marvin Holliday over the 20, 25. Holliday brings it out to the 30. And that's where Dallas will take over. 1:38 left. They need a touchdown, though. They got to go 70 yards in 1:38, and they have 3 timeouts. As TGM said, can they do it? We'll see. Can the Cowboy offense tie it up one more time? Carson Beck, the rookie quarterback out of Georgia. 4 wide for Dallas, single back. Beck in the shotgun, 1st and 10. Beck looking. Beck throws outside. Caught by Stevens. He steps out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Nick Stevens, the tight end. It'll bring up 2nd and 5, but he stops the clock with 1:33 left. They don't have to use a timeout. However, if you're Dallas, you want to get it downfield. On 2nd and 5, Cowboys come out 4 wide. Beck under center. Beck draws back. Throws coming across to Stewart. Jermaine Stewart out to the 41. Jerome Stewart, actually. A gain of 6, 1st down. Dallas in the hurry up. 1:20 left, 1st and 10. Beck draws back. Beck throws, dumps it off to Baxter, and Baxter out to the 48, a gain of 7. Dallas stays in the hurry-up. 2nd and 3, down to 1:07 left. 4 receivers wide, 3 to the far side. A draw play to Baxter, crosses midfield, and a face mask. They're going to get Duke Jackson, the linebacker, on a face mask.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Tack on 15 more. And the Dallas Cowboys will have it at the Cardinal 31-yard line with 1:02 remaining. Cardinals finding ways to lose. They lead at 27-20. 1st and 10, Dallas at the Cardinal 31-yard line. And Dallas still has all 3 of their timeouts. No need to panic if you're Dallas at this point. Yeah, really. I agree. 4 wide for Dallas. Beck in the shotgun.
All right, here we go.
Beck drops back. Beck looking. Rolls out, rolls around, throws, and is caught by Baxter. How did he catch that? Down to the 8-yard line. A gain of 23. 1st and goal, Dallas at the Cardinal 8. But that was a needle. Beck, back. Beck scrambling, throws, and throws it away. And that'll stop the clock with 38 seconds left. On that previous play, Baxter was surrounded by Cardinals in some town, and somehow Beck thread the needle there. Great catch by Baxter. 2nd and goal from the 8-yard line. 38 seconds left. Cowboys trying to tie this one up. Beck under center, 2nd and goal. Beck to Holiday, and Holiday gets wrapped up for a 2-yard loss. Dallas, they stay in the hurry up. They want to keep the Cardinal defense out there. Don't let them sub. 3rd and goal from the 10. We're down to 24 seconds. Beck back. Beck throws outside to Holiday. Touchdown, Dallas. What a drive. A 10-yard touchdown catch by Marvin Holiday, the 2nd-year back out of Texas. And the Cowboys have crawled to within 1. This one's got overtime written all over it. Not much time left, 19 seconds, even though the Cardinals have 3 timeouts. What a drive by the Cowboys. And now Cooper Nelson, the rookie out of Iowa, for the extra point. The kick is up, and the kick is good. We're tied at 27 with 19 seconds left. What a football game this has turned out to be. Yeah, really. They really have. It was actually kind of boring in the first half. Cardinals led it 13-7 at halftime. But both teams have poured it on. And now with 19 seconds left in regulation, Mark Erickson will kick off. This one's looking like overtime, unless the Cardinals can return this. Now Bolden has nearly broken it a couple of times. The kickoff by Erickson. About 5 yards leap. Durham takes a knee, 5 yards deep. It'll be a touchback, and the Cardinals will have it at the 25-yard line. Do the Cardinals play for overtime? Nice stats by Howard. Do the Cardinals take a knee, and do we go to overtime? I say play for overtime. There's only 19 seconds left. Let's see what the Cardinals do. They're going to line up in a running formation in the I. Howard under center. Howard hands off to Colin Johnson. Yeah, they're playing for overtime. Johnson gets out to the 28-yard line, a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. And neither team has taken a timeout. They're just going to let the clock run out. And we're going to head to OT. When this game started, I didn't think it would go to overtime. The end of regulation. We go to overtime here at AT&T Stadium, Arlington, Texas. Week 10 here at Jammin' Sports. The Cardinals 27, the Cowboys 27. Time for some free bonus football. All right. Whoever wins the toss will get the ball first, obviously. And the way the overtime rules work here, if you have the ball first, and the Cardinals have won the toss, if you score a touchdown on this opening drive, you win the game outright. Anything less than that, Dallas will get a possession. If the Cardinals do not score and Dallas takes over, we'll be in overtime. Yeah, it's making up for the softball game earlier. That was a terrible game. Cardinals and Cowboys, surprise, surprise, in overtime. And the Cardinals will get the ball first. Erickson's kickoff. Fielded at the 5 by Silas Bolden over the 20, 25. And Bolden out to the 28-yard line. And that's where the Cardinals will have it, 1st and 10. This would be a major upset if the Cardinals were to win this game. It would definitely hurt Dallas when it comes to the NFC wildcard picture right now. There's a big logjam for the wildcards at the moment. A lot of teams at 5-4, 4-5, and 5-5. Dallas being one of them. Cardinals come out 1st and 10 from their own 28. 3 receivers to the near side. Howard in the shotgun. Howard draws back. Looks downfield, throws, caught by Swan. James Swan, 9 yards out to the 37-yard line. It'll bring up 2nd and 1. I also want to point out, if nobody scores after the first overtime, we'll just go to a second overtime. We'll keep playing till somebody wins. We don't have ties here at Jammin' Sports. We don't believe in ties. 2nd and 1 from the 37-yard line. 4 wide for the Cardinals. Howard in the shotgun. Howard to Butler. And Keith Butler, a big gain. Breaking tackles. Butler, he's off to the races. He could go all the way. Touchdown. Cardinals. 63 yards. And the Cardinals win it in overtime. 33-27 over the Cowboys. Thanks for watching here at Jammin' Sports. We'll see you tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Eastern. Good night, everybody.